I am ePassport Bro here in Thailand. As a matter of fact, I'm at the Vintage Auto Show here in Bangkok, and don't believe what Andrew Tate and many others tell you that all you have to do is just move to another country and you'll meet a traditional woman to marry pretty much at the airport. No. No matter where a woman lives in the world, she can live in a far, far away village in a third world country, but if she has a smartphone and a Wi-Fi connection, which pretty much everybody in the world nowadays does, she knows exactly what her value actually is. She can easily get online, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and have tons and tons of Western men simping for her, giving her compliments, and most importantly, offering her money, trips, gifts, and so forth and so forth. So if you think that are women somewhere in the world that still don't know what's going on and are still sort of untouched by reality, that's not happening anymore. So these women are easily trained by reality on how to get money from men. And I'm going to share a personal story that happened to me very recently, but this is not an exception at all. Ready for a good story? So I live here permanently in Bangkok, Thailand, but about a year ago I went to visit Philippines for a couple of weeks, and I met a very nice girl there. We spent a couple of days together, but obviously I don't live there, she doesn't live here, but we stayed in touch. She's young, so I didn't really think there was worth kind of pursuing, even though she can technically move here. And we just say hi here and there, but I just felt like she never really knew how to treat a man, maybe just yet, because like I said, she's relatively young. But recently, she hit me up on WhatsApp, whatever app we were keeping in touch with, and she said, "Hey, I really miss you," and she sent me a bunch of pictures. Now, they were not X-rated pictures, they were just kind of sexy pictures, very much acceptable, but they were done by what it looked like was professional photography. Mind you, she does live sort of in a province of a province in Philippines. So she fits this story and narrative perfectly. And I was like, wow, how she got herself professionally made pictures. All right, okay, fine. A little weird. I mean, I'm not gonna mind. So, we started talking, how are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm doing okay, but I go to school and I'm a little short on tuition here, and so I'm a little bit stressed out. And, I was like, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you find a way to pay it. So obviously school is important. And she's like, all right, okay. And then, a couple of days passes by and she calls me. So I don't take a call. I said, hey, listen, what do you think a man like me is doing in the middle of the day? She's like, working. I'm like, exactly. As a matter of fact, I am never not busy. So please don't call me out of the blue like this unless it's an emergency. And I had this conversation actually with quite a few women, because a lot of these women just don't understand that, a man that they would probably want to date and marry is not going to be somebody laying around doing nothing and just ready to take a random phone call at any time. So that's kind of a side of the story. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make a video about that maybe next week. So finally she said, listen, I really hate to ask you this. And I go, look, what is it? She's like, well, I know I told you that, it's hard for me to pay tuition this semester. And I'm like, are you asking me for money? She's like, yeah. And here's the thing. I have a rule that every man should have. Whenever a woman asks for money, this should be the last time you talk to her. Unless you're married, obviously. But anytime before that, if a woman asks you for money, and listen to me very carefully, you stop talking to her immediately after that. Because no matter what, if a woman looks at you as at least partially a wallet, then that's not a woman for you. As a matter of fact, this channel will be full of videos about that. How most women nowadays just look at men either entirely or partially as a bank. And like I said, it's okay if you pay for a dinner, let's say that you invited her to, and it's for together experiences. This is not handing money over to a woman. But if it is just, hey, can I get some actual cash? Absolutely not. But that's not really why I wanted to make this video. The reason I wanted to talk about this is the reason why she felt comfortable asking me for money, thinking that I will actually give it to her, is for a very good reason. And it's because other men have probably given her the money before, or she has tons of friends who've done that and received money from foreigners, from men around the world. Don't do that. You're essentially screwing up for all of us. You do understand that, right? Because if men like me, if more men would be like me and saying no to the cash handover, women would know that this is not a thing to do, that men are not going to allow this type of a behavior. But the reason why she did that is because men have done this before, probably in drones, and they will continue to do that. This is what I want to talk about on my channel on literally daily basis. Please don't simp for women. Please don't give them money and compliments and attention and gifts that they did not deserve. This woman obviously does not deserve any cash from me because I don't even know her that well. Just because we hooked up a couple of times a year ago, that does not essentially in any way should make her feel like I can still get some money out of this guy, right? Don't do it. The more you guys continue doing that, the more you're going to suffer, because more and more and more and more women are going to look at all of us just as a wallet. And at that point, dating is going to be obsolete. As a matter of fact, it already is obsolete in America and Western countries. That's why I moved to a country where there's still some hope, because there are still some traditional women here. And just like I said in the beginning of the video, it's not that easy. For example, in this case, if you're in Thailand, you should absolutely speak Thai if you want a traditional Thai woman. Most Thai women who already speak English, they're pretty much westernized to the point where there was no point to come here from America just to meet the same type of a woman. And yet, most of the videos that you guys do see on your TikTok, on your YouTube and so forth, are from men, foreign men who met their girlfriends and wives here who speak English and therefore not really traditional women. But I've already made a video of that, so check it out. And by the way, if you want to do what I did, essentially an American man or a Western man who decided to ditch modern women altogether and move to a traditional country where you can actually find a traditional girl to marry, check out my course at themillionmenproject.com. It is one of the kind, and it will let you know exactly what you need to do in order to make that journey. And hopefully, I will see you here.